And as we promised earlier, our very special guest this morning, Lisa Hartley, the Community Engagement Coordinator from Erina Baptist. Big g'day to everybody who's a part of that wonderful church as well. I have been there before for a couple of events that Rhema has been a part of. So if you're listening in from Erina Baptist, great to have you on board. Lisa, thanks for coming in.
Thanks for having me, Mick. It's lovely to be here. Lovely to see the new digs as well.
It's pretty amazing, isn't it? Pretty amazing. I love it. It's night and day from where we were before.
It's great.
That is definitely on the card. Now, look, we've got plenty of talk to talk about this morning. So now, again, you are the Community Engagement Coordinator for Erina Baptist Church. How'd you get involved in that with those guys?
Oh, it goes back a long way. I have been in early childhood industry for many, many years, too many to put a number on. And it started off that I filled in at, it was Erina Baptist Preschool back in those days. It's now known as Footprints. But right. I did a fill-in role there as a educator, 1 or 2 days, and stayed for 12 years. In that meantime, I was also asked how I felt about doing children's ministry, which I did not know God had planned for me. Yep. And I fought against for some time, but God has his own ways, and I ended up being the children's ministry coordinator there for some time. Wow. And that role has now morphed into this community engagement officer. So I'm running and planning and helping and supporting different programs that come out of Erina Baptist.
Yeah, so look, very, very busy then, that is for sure. Now, let's talk about this morning mainly music. This is something that you guys have been running as well. Tell us about that.
Mainly Music is a program for children before they go to school and their carers, being parents or grandparents. We've had a few nannies come along as well. It's a great program. We started 6 years ago. Mm-hmm. Somehow survived COVID by doing it online with babies and Zooms, but we did survive, and it's a fabulous outreach community event that happens every Wednesday during school term, and we have families come from all backgrounds. Yep. And they come and join us. I do a half-hour music session. I have an amazing team who support me to do that. I teach the children song and dance and movement and colours and left and rights, and we have a lot of fun. And then the children have morning tea, and that's when the adults get to socialise with one another. And they also get offered a hot cup of something and a homemade treat, which for some is the highlight of the morning. Yep. But it's all about connection. It's just creating community and connection. We have some families who come every week and wouldn't miss it. And then we have other families who pop in once or twice a term, and all are accepted and loved and invited in. And it's just been a fabulous program and grown over time. Yeah.
Now, what sort of time frame are you looking at for the music lessons that you guys hold, and even the age of the kids there?
We start at 9:30 on a Wednesday morning, and it's we finish around 11, depending on who's keen to go home or not. But and the age is we have from babies up to when the children go to school. So
around that sort of
5, 6 age. Yep. We have some families who have 2 or 3 children. We have some families who just have, the one. As I said, lots of grandparents come because many of the grandparents are doing the caring these days, helping families out. And we invite and we support all of those people.
Yeah, that's fantastic. Now, this morning we wanted to chat mainly babies. Now, again, this is a bit of a new thing that you guys have kicked off.
This is very new. So what has happened over the years is we've had families come along wanting and craving that connection with others, have that adult conversation, which, when you're a stay-at-home parent, some days those days are really long days.
And
been there, done that, and I do remember those long days. But Mainly Babies is a program that is designed just for babies. So predominantly before they're, running.
Yep.
So we're sort of looking at those babies before they're 10-ish months. There isn't a fine line on that. It's more about their development.
Sure.
And it's about supporting the parents and the carers, but also encouraging that connection and that attachment that is so necessary in babies' development.
Yeah, absolutely. And what are some of the things that take place on any particular day when some of the guys bring their bubs in? What are some of the process looks like?
So Mainly Babies is going to look very similar to Mainly Music. It's going to be a 20-minute, half-hour music session.
Yep.
And again, that's going to be through song, through movement, and lots of touch of the children. So if we're talking about hands, the adult would be touching the hands or
Sure.
touching the child's fingers, whatever that might be.
Yeah.
So that half hour, and then we would not let them go home without a hot drink and a homemade goodie. And that, again, same as Mainly Music, that is that connection time, that build the community time, the support time, the time where we all share, who got the least amount of sleep last night,
Right.
those sorts of things, which is, when you're doing it, that's a really big deal.
Yeah, and look, honestly, a lot of people almost wear it like a badge, don't they? It's like, man, no, I'm the king this week.
Yeah.
I got the least amount of sleep.
Exactly.
I'm the most frazzled,
Yeah.
so I definitely need a good hot cup of
Hot
coffee
coffee.
or something else
Yes.
to charge me along a little bit. Now, is there any type of limitation on group sizes and numbers, things like that?
Yes, we are going to keep Mainly Babies to 8 families.
Yep.
And again, we want to do that intentionally so it's not overwhelming
Sure.
for the babies predominantly. And then it is an 8-week program, depending on the age of the baby and how they have engaged in that program. They can either redo it again or they can move up into our Mainly Music program with the older children. So if they're crawling or walking by that stage, they'll certainly fit in with our toddlers and preschoolers.
Yeah, awesome. Now, look, usually there is a cost for this. Obviously, a lot of things don't come free these days. But you do have something very special for us this morning for a couple of our listeners, yeah?
We do. And it's a God thing because this happened yesterday, but that's a secret. I have been given some funds so that we can have 2 families come to our Mainly Babies for this coming session, which is starting on the 12th of June. And that money has actually come from Mainly Music families. They want to support. They can see the interest and the benefit of being involved in a community that supports families. So
Awesome.
we have the funds to provide for 2 families for the 8-week program if they're able to get in contact with me.
Yep.
We would prefer it if it went to those families who are really struggling, but that's kind of everybody at the moment. We were talking earlier about the cost of living, and yes, there is a cost to Mainly Babies, but it is a very low cost. It works out to be $7 a week. Goodness, I bought a cup of coffee for $6 on Monday, so I can nearly say that it's the same cost as a cup of coffee.
Yeah, tell me where that place is off there, and I won't go there. I'll stick with my regular coffee outlet, I think, for sure. Now, look, if people want to, obviously there are places open for these 2 families to be able to come in and be a part of the course of this 8 weeks for free, which is amazing. But if people are just thinking, wow, I would love to be, I'd love to get on board with this, maybe bring my kids, how can people get in contact with you?
The easiest place is the Mainly Music web page. That is literally just using your search engine and typing in Mainly Music, and then it will ask you to put in your area, and we are obviously Erina. So they can get in contact that way. They can call my mobile, but I am also aware that people may be listening to us in the car, and we don't need them having an accident this morning, grabbing their phone or grabbing a pen. So I think the studio is going to have all my details. If you are at home and can hover near the kitchen bench, my number is 0408 165 690, or call our church at any time.
Yep.
It may be an answering machine, but I will always get that message.
Will we find any of the information on the website there, the Erina Baps website?
Yes, there is some information there. There's certainly my contact details are there as well.
Yep, so that's erinabap.org.au, erinabap.org.au. Simply go check that one out, and you'll be able to find some of the details there for the Mainly Babies, the Mainly Music program, and anything else really if you want to find out about what's happening over in the life of Erina Baptist Church. So it's a good one.
There's always things going on. We're very proud that our car park is full most days of the week. So
it's a good sign.
It is a very good sign. We are very, very much using the premises.
Yeah, absolutely. Lisa, thank you so much for coming in this morning, and look, we'll have to chat to you down a little bit further down the track, just to have a bit of a check-in and see the development of the program even further. And
love that.
Yeah, that'd be great. So this is Rhema Brekky here on your Thankfulness Thursday morning. We'll give you some more details about that as well. So make sure you stick around. Plenty of good music still to come.